Workshop Addicts, it's Brian. Today I'm going over the Milwaukee M12 cordless variable speed polisher and sanding kit. This, which looks like a little drill, is much more, and it's compact, very useful for doing detailing and polishing of small items. But to me, this thing shines a lot more when you get over to the sanding and grinding part of it. Let's start off with going over the tool quick. It comes with one M12 battery charger. This will not charge your M18s if you have it, just the M12s. Comes with a compact battery, which is, I believe, 1.5 amp hour, and it comes with a red lithium XC, which I believe this is about a 3 amp hour. With it put together like this, it's very balanced, nice. For most polishing applications, you would probably use this for a little extra control. I found where I've been using this in smaller applications, this just gets in the way, but it is useful for certain things. So it comes with a 3-inch sanding pad and a 2-inch, this is a 3M type roll lock pad, which is 2-inch. So to start out, going over the tool, it has a lock, so if you push it here, you can't pull the trigger. The trigger is variable speed. In its polishing phase, it goes up to 2800. In its sanding phase, it goes up to 8300. So that's things moving. Although with the roll locks, most of them will go to 15,000 to 25,000 RPMs. So polishing comes with a wool pad, which is meant for compounding or taking off layers of paint or plastics. And then it comes with two foam pads, which are meant more for glazing, going over, taking off and polishing down to a smooth finish, removing any scratches from the compound. I also use these foam pads for using mothers or other polish on aluminum rims that are not clear coated. This guy works perfect on my Jeep where I can get in around on the flat rims. I still have to use my roller ball to get into the center spoke holes, but this will get the rest. Something that if you've used the roller balls or anything to polish, it's kind of a pain. So while this is a great polisher, and I think for detailers it would be wonderful, especially people who are, if you have old plastic lights that have hazed over and you want to get into small areas. I don't think you're going to take on a car. This isn't meant for putting on wax. It's not an orbital sander. It's great for small areas. You might find it in a paint shop where they have to get around door jambs and different things, but it has its niche. Sanding though, if you push the button, you can unscrew your polishing pad, screw on the sanding pad, and this is all that comes with it for sanding is the pad. You have to go out and get the roll lock couplers or things that screw in. So now we're in sanding mode or polishing mode. We'll get rid of our glaze and our mothers. You can buy ceramic bristle brushes, which last a long time, and they make them in different colors, so they're different grits. They work excellent for taking off gaskets, getting inside of places where you want to take off a little bit of excess material that's put on metal, but not take off the metal. And you can get them for body work, removing Bondo, a bunch of different things. I started out on this in looking at restoring tractors, home improvement, and one of the things that I'm going to really start to use this on, I have Corian countertops in our home. I hate them, they're scratched, but I've found different color, these are Scotch Brite pads, and they simply just screw in, and then you can use them. These Scotch Brite pads are, they come in different grit. This is a pretty heavy duty one, but for example, if you just want to clean something up, for welding, remove some metal, or just not actually remove material, that is something that works well along with some of the heavier bristle brushes. You can get this down to also get cutting discs. While you can't physically use it like a grinder to cut, you can use it to mold stone. You can use it to trim and shave a little bit of granite. You can use it on metals just to go around and just gently take off a little bit of your cutting edge. Amazing, amazing, amazing for sanding. So while the detailers will probably love it, if you can get your hands on this for home improvement, it's excellent, especially if you need to polish something that's small, something around sinks. Get into areas that are tiny. The one thing that I really kind of wish that we had a little different, especially when you're using it as a detailer, it sits up great like this, but if somebody knocks it over, with the 3-inch disc on it, it is sitting on the ground. So if you sit it like that, you're good. I guess I'm a little bit of a freak. I do not want to get any dirt on any of my polishing pads because that dirt will transfer in equal scratches. So I wish Milwaukee would have had a better way of standing it up, especially when you're not using the large battery. When you're here, it will stay, but it's not. I wish we had a little bit more of a flat surface back here so that we knew when we set it down, it was staying and not going to get into the ground. The battery lights on this, they're fuel gauge. If you can see it here, there's 4 of them, and they light up once you push the trigger, and you can see how much battery is left. It's excellent. It's in a wonderful place where you can see it. The handle goes on both sides, right or left-handed, or depending on what space you're getting into. Really, I wish it just came with a few more items of the roll-lock stuff, just because it kind of pushes itself as the ultimate detailing kit, where in my use, I see it as the ultimate sanding kit. This can replace, in some ways, a die grinder that might be used for different automotive purposes. It's a screw-in head, so it's not going to take the different heads or any of the dies that go on the die grinder, but it will do the sanding, polishing, and removal of material that a die grinder will do. And in some ways, it's a little bit easier to hang on to and has a lot more torque. So if you're out looking for something like this, check it out in the stores, pick it up, move it around. It's a small unit, but very comfortable. I have bigger hands, and it feels good in my hands. Everything seems to fit right. So I will enjoy this tool, and I hope if you buy one, you will too. This is Brian from Workshop Addict. Subscribe to our channel, or come over to our forum at workshopaddict.com and talk tools, woodworking, metalworking, and do-it-yourself home improvement with us. Thanks.